What's good everyone, it's Kajani with a level 100 guide going over the best ways to farm purple and orange crafting scripts. Besides providing the best ways to farm crafting scripts, I will also be providing some general tips to help you along the way, as well as going over how to spend your crafting scripts. So let's get started. The best way to farm purple crafting scripts is to craft the level 99 blacksmith recipe rarefied Rakaznar Warscythe. This recipe stands out from all the others because it doesn't require any mob drops, and all the materials you need to craft it can be gathered with your miner. It pays 198 purple crafting scripts, so you'll need to craft about 20 to cap your scripts. To get an idea of how much gathering this will end up being, right click on the recipe, then click on raw material list. If you have a miner retainer, it's going to help out a lot to farm these crafting materials. An honorable mention to farm purple crafting scripts would be the level 97 goldsmith recipe for the rarefied white gold choker. I had to mention it because it fits the same criteria I used for the Warscythe. The recipe doesn't involve any mob drops, and all the crafting materials can be gathered with your miner. It gets an honorable mention because it does pay slightly less crafting scripts, but if you feel that this would be easier for you to farm and also craft, go ahead and do your thing. To farm orange crafting scripts, we must craft the delicious looking rarefied tacos de carne asada. The reason it's recommended is that it only requires one crafting material from a mob, and all the other crafting materials can be gathered with your botanist. The only pre-craft material is the dark rye flour. The other turn-ins for orange script collectibles involve multiple mob drops and a lot more pre-crafting. The tacos pay 144 orange crafting scripts, so it'll take about 27 to cap your orange crafting scripts to 4,000. As far as the runique chucks are concerned, they can be purchased from Metepe, who is a bicolored gemstone vendor located in Shaloni. I would encourage you to go this route because the runique chucks are pretty expensive on the market board. Now that we know what to craft, there are a few things that'll help us with farming purple and orange crafting scripts. You can AFK gather crafting materials by having your retainers gather them for you. A couple things that I want to highlight is that in the eye level 620 gear, my botanist can gather 50 of the dark rye that can be used for the orange script turn-in. This means that I will never have to gather dark rye myself because my retainer can get it for me. For your Disciple of War retainer, you need to raise their item level to 694 in order for them to gather 15 of the runique chucks. At the start of the expansion, there aren't a lot of options besides tome gear, I believe. However, just keep this in mind. Overall, as long as you're consistently sending out your retainers for crafting materials, you'll build up enough reserve that you'll never have to gather anything you need for yourself. Another recommendation is that if you have the inventory space, be sure to store some collectibles on your retainer. Throughout the expansion, there will always be something to spend your crafting scripts on. So having this reserve that you can pull from will help whenever that occasion comes up. Now that we know what to craft to farm purple and orange crafting scripts, let's talk about what to spend them on. This is general advice that's gonna be good for the entire expansion. Crafting collectibles is the best way to get large amounts of materia for free, especially if you plan on getting into the crafting endgame. On the screen is a snippet of how much materia and crafting scripts you'll need to get into the crafting endgame. Yeah, it's a lot, not gonna lie, but knowing the best ways to farm crafting scripts will help you mitigate the cost of purchasing materia. After you've gotten enough materia, master recipe books are a good place to spend your crafting scripts. They contain recipes for all things related to raid gear, potions, food, as well as high-end crafting and gathering food. Most importantly, they contain recipes for the true endgame of glamour. The master recipe books can be found in the Script Exchange menu. You'll start off by purchasing the master recipe books released in Dawntrail, then purchase the older books whenever you have extra crafting scripts. The older master recipe books are worth picking up because you can make some gil on the crafting recipes that they contain. So that's all I got for this crafting script farming guide for Dawn Trail. If you have any advice on farming crafting scripts, please let me know in the comments of the video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.